For Bison, it was Tuesday. I'm just gonna say that. But also I'm gonna start like looking around at everyone and being like, is that the thing that followed us in here?
Was it me who got the message, or
Yes, you.
okay?
Oh yeah, I did. You're right, I did. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking that it's our friend that got in the house.
Yes, and it sounds like they they are not supposed to be harmed. Magic brain message.
Well, then we need to find a way up there. But we're guests. Well, most of us are.
I mean, what do we do then? Do we try to capture
I
it,
think,
or just
yeah.
get out?
I think we should try to go and find out where it is and ask it some questions.
If it was sent by him, then yes. Emil, it is your home. I mean, I assume that you're allowed to go upstairs.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Would you be able to take us?
Yeah, sure. Come on, everyone. Let's go. Let's go. I'll proceed to lead everyone.
Art still makes like the effort to like push in their chair, kind of like be like semi retain an air of decorum.
Hold my napkin.
One last sip of wine.
It was good wine.
So I guess we've all heard the commotion at this point, right? Even those who didn't like notice it at first when it was in the tree. Okay. I guess it would be like a quick pace, not like a sprint, but quick pace.
Twelve.
11.
19.
16.
19.
And Furious is like 5 billion. Or like also
She's about
19.
she's about the same as me, I think. Well, she's got alert. I forgot.
22? I don't know. It's high. Oh, I always think... No, yeah, you are the higher one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Kind of like look around.
Excuse me, Emil.
Mhm.
The they'll clear their throat. Boo-poo! Is that your name? Is that actually your name? I kind of like lean into the door, I suppose. Why always me?
Oh.
Why does this always happen to you?
Oh my
Art,
god.
are you still there?
Am I still there? Yeah, what you doing there, Boo-poo, my boy? Yeah, that might... Were you... They're gonna pause and kind of look at the Lord. Apologies. He's not meant to be in here. Don't think he was looking for anything useful. Oh, that wasn't you. You didn't put any enchantments on anything? I don't know. You have a safe word. You can magically undo. I didn't, precautions. Maybe you should look into that. Anyways, Boo Boo, why? What did you do to do? Why are you sinking in the floor? What happened distinctly right before this happened? And then you sank into the floor.
You said he was rummaging through a desk, right? When we saw.
But we see.
Okay.
Yeah, where are we? I would stick my
I guess
hand.
do I hear Artemis after I asked, if Art was still there, and I just can't see them? Oh.
I would probably stick my hand through the doorway, honestly.
I'm going in.
Okay. supposed to? Oh. Wait.
You can do, we can too!
Just kind of look over at Murdoch like, I'll walk in too.
I go in as well.
Oh yeah.
If everyone went
Yeah,
in,
if everyone's in, I
Yeah.
feel like Feria would follow after us.
yeah, she
Last
doesn't
time-
hang back.
Once the wizard disappears, she'd probably be like,
True.
okay.
Sure, it's Monday here, proficiency bonus.
What's under here?
I assume I would know, what's under this room? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just the, the room below. It's just the kitchen. I mean,
I wonder if he's half stuck in the floor or it's another dimension that he's stuck in, like a door.
I don't know why he's stuck in here, though. The Lord said he didn't have anything to do with this. Nor this woobly enchantment, I'm guessing.
yeah, I've never seen. There's never been enchantments around the house like this before. I don't know if Upu did this, but why would he do that to himself?
If I go over and like try to pull Boopoo, is that how you say his name? If I'm gonna try and like just pull him out. Does he? Nope, 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 nope. I start backing up. Point over to the Lord. Give me that, and I point at the curtain rod.
Come on, Father, just give it to her. We're trying to help.
I give him a little curtsy. Thank you, my lord. And I'm gonna kind of like reach forward with the pole to see if Boopoo can grab on.
Did you fall through the floor or is this magic? Do we know?
Well,
Oh.
I'm
That's
gonna
right?
pop a detect magic.
I'm going to interrogate the squirrel. Yeah, I know Furia's on Roleplay Light. I am going to ask her for a good berry, because I know she has those. And I would like to offer a good berry to the little squirrel. Okay. Wait, is good berry a spell?
Yes.
I've been thinking that she's just got berries. I thought that was a berry you could just pick.
No, she drew.
She makes berries with a spell.
Oh, I
And
thought it
aren't
was
they,
just some
one
like.
health point? Yes.
I've been thinking this whole time.
Yeah.
Very-
I thought this world just had like berry bushes with good berries on them. That's what I've been thinking. Oh, hang on.
Destroyed her.
Artemis, is this magic?
No, this is the tech company.
Sorry.
So the squirrel is included. I knew it. Can I ascertain what kind of magic is attached to the squirrel? Yeah. Blinding light. Good news, everybody! The squirrel's not real. Well,
That
the
seems
squirrel's not a squirrel.
Is the squirrel a person?
Maybe.
There is too much going on in here. There's too much going on in here.
Art would probably list off, like, okay, well, the door is a different kind of magic, the room is a different kind of magic, the floor, obviously, with Bupu, kind of stuck in there, is a different kind of magic. And then Art would, like, look up towards the ball. There's someone peeking in on the whole thing.
Is this all you, Boo Poo? I mean, what are you even doing in my home? You were following us before the squirrel. Well, that's not even a squirrel, but you were following us before that. It's magic. It's I don't know what it is, but it's not a squirrel.
Sarah, can you talk to the squirrel? I mean, if we know it's not a squirrel, we're hoping that it can at least understand common, I hope.
I mean, I'm trying my best since Furia's on roleplay light.
What?
Yeah. Yes, that's a very good squirrel. You're very good, very good. I'm giving it some little pets, some little scritches, and then the moment I hear that it's not a squirrel, I want to go grab it. This is literal animal handling, Matthew. Damn it. Oh, that's a saving throw. Where is my strength check?
It's just the number.
Okay, 16. Okay. Listen to me, you little shit. Who are you working for? I'm gonna loosen a little bit. What?
Told you!
Sorry, dear. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect this to actually work. Which one? Hmm? 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 Oh, maybe. We got some questions to ask you. And he's very hungry. Okay, who are you? I'm gonna flick it on the side of the head. You're being a smart mouth. I don't like smart mouth. Unless they're my smart mouths. Bye. Name. Boo Poo, you're gonna get dinner! $19? Wait, is Boo Poo a girl? I need to stop assuming it's about goblins. Okay, what? Okay, are these the same people from before that wanted something with him? You're not actually.
Can we hear any of this?
I've been waiting for you guys to jump in at
Oh.
some point. You're muted, Ink.
I don't know what to say. Because right now, I got nothing.
Yeah, I guess when I hear that,
Yeah.
is this the collusion of Viscounts? We already know who they are. Well, I don't even know who you were 2 minutes ago. You broke into my home, and this one broken into my home.
You're pretending to be a squirrel, but you're clearly talking.
Oh.
I mean, well, sitting outside my house and watching it isn't all that much better.
Also, you mentioned that the house was hungry, so that wasn't your doing either? I'm just trying to ascertain why the house is eating this creature.
I'll walk closer to Boo Poo and see what kind of thing is, if he's like literally in the floor or if he's in like a box in the floor. Try to get him out.
Honestly, yeah, we should try to pull him out.
Yeah, I'll go over there and try to pull him out.
Careful.
Ooh. I don't want to be stuck in the floor, right? Okay. No. No, I do not go closer. That's the answer to the question.
If we dispel the magic, will
Oh, yeah.
Boo Poo get cut in two?
Oh.
That is the question.
Ooh.
That is a wonderful question. I don't know.
Oh.
Also, Lord, you're 100% you had no enchantments put on this room in particular?
This is a very judgy man for living in a D&D fantasy world.
Yeah.
It's the only world he knows!
And I've never seen anything like this around the house, or I don't, like, there's not an individual I think of, like, who's in the manor that would be capable of something like this. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Hop and see what's if Boo Boo's sticking in the room under this, or if he's actually like in the pocket dimension. Is that a thing? So, I'm just gonna try to run down and find it under the room we're in. Maybe ask Elf. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, well, didn't expect that, to be honest.
I guess I see that, like, I don't know who, no one in the manor would do this. I mean, knowing what my father would do to them, I don't know who did this. No, I mean, was it you? It wasn't me. I don't. No one in this house who has these capabilities.
Out of the house.
So you know.
It's the
Right.
Viscounts. They want you,
Sounds
so
like
they have
a-
someone, because if you went missing, where is the first place that you would go? You'd go back home, so they'd have someone waiting to see when you got home.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't know me that well because I would never be in my father's office, but
Well, you are now.
Yes.
under normal circumstances. But
Well, Mr. Squirrel here was watching from a tree, watching us at dinner.
Who's
Now
your
we're all trapped. That's wonderful.
who's your contact?
Viscounts.
I mean, I know the group. I don't know any names of individual members, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you knew what kind of things they did, you probably wouldn't want to associate with them. But
I don't think that this is a squirrel.
Really, Lydia?
Yeah, this is bugging me out. How do we make it not a squirrel?
I do not have Dispel Magic prepared.
Oh wait, let me see that.
Making them not a squirrel doesn't change what we need to
No.
do, which is probably leave.
Okay, well,
I mean, we
Dispel
could.
Magic on the
I
door.
have
Yes.
some magic prepared today. Okay.
Probably the door, just so Boo Boo doesn't get cut in two.
Okay. I will spell magic on the door first. I'll roll for it. Yeah. Her rage one is. That's many dice. Okay, here we go. Do I add anything to it? D20 plus my spellcast modifier. Okay. 15. Did not expect that. I will walk towards the door again and see if I can get out. Alright, I'm gonna go see if we can dispel the floor by going to see if we can see Boo Boo through it. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. What? How? I'm guessing since we've seen both Lydia and Sarah approach Boo, we have like a rough estimation of kind of like the area that we can't like walk around. If Art was to kind of like sidle up against the wall and scoot closer to the window, would that be in that area? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get to the window and kind of just survey if I can see anybody hanging around or anything kind of out of the ordinary. Uh, 21. I think we found some co-conspirators across the street.
Why does this just sort of reek of incompetence from top to bottom?
I mean, Boo is one thing, but
Boo is one thing. Well, I finally found something that I can do, which is see if I can go approach those individuals.
well, they noticed that I was checking it out, so careful, quiet.
I'm going to go see if I can go. Emil, am I going to be stopped if I go walk? I'm going to be stopped if I go walk around the grounds. Where are the guards? I thought the guards were handling things. What's going on? What is going on?
Where are the guards? That's a good question. Yeah, you're
Where did
right. Where are they? I guess I'll, now that we can leave the room, I'll like walk back out into the hall and like, you know, look around, like wonder what's going on.
Emil, you shouldn't go alone.
I'll be with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll walk with you, Murdoch, so you don't have any trouble getting through the manor.
Okay. I. Are we in danger?
Oh. $13. Okay. Yeah, I'll head back up, and tell everyone I believe he's in another dimension or something, pocket thin area,
Ooh,
bag of
so
holding. I don't know, but he's not in the bottom. His bottom half isn't in here.
we can't safely free him, it would seem.
I,
At least not by dispelling it.
Would I know that if you dispelled something like that in the process of like someone going through it, would they get cut in half or would they just get like spit out? Yeah, like that. Cool. Okay. Art will start kind of looking around for, I guess, the Lord had a broken curtain rod. Is the curtain somewhere? Alright. They're gonna tie it off at one end so it kind of has like that bulkier kind of knot that you can like hold on to. Alright, anybody want to give me a hand? Alright, Lydia,
I'll help
will
you up.
hold on to one way, and Boo-Poo, my dearest, my darling, please grab onto this and hold on. We're trying to get you out of here. And then they'll, throw the length of that curtain their way. Not good at that. Alright, I'll take it. 15. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yay!
18.
Alright.
Can we see if there's like a hole where he was, or if it's just like a muddled back, like it looks like the carpet again? Mhm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Aw. Oh.
Ew. What in the Indiana Jones? I don't like that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, make our way around to the front and see if we see anything.
Yeah, and like knowing where Art had indicated, like I would lead us in that direction. Ah, okay. Okay. Hmm.
Oh, gods, they've been hypnotized.
Uh, yeah, I mean, they don't come deep into the manor unless there's extraordinary trouble, but yes, there certainly does seem to be something off.
I'm going to go up to one of them and shake him a little bit.
Uh, yes. What what happened to you? You were like in a daze. Are you all right? Did somebody do that to you? Like yeah, like just
I'll
like
jostle
that.
him too. Give him little taps on the cheek.
Jeez. All right. Did you remember seeing anyone, like individuals in masks or something, or is it just you don't remember?
Listen, I believe there are people on the property because someone has cast a spell on you and your mate here because you've been completely disabled. I would say perhaps maybe there could be a situation forming, and you should perhaps maybe take a look around the grounds. Someone might have bad intentions for the Lord.
My father is in his study, and it was breached by this individual who was following us, and it's turned into a whole mess. And we saw 2 more individuals on this building across the street watching us, and it hasn't turned violent yet, but it's certainly trouble right now. Yes. No, I wasn't. I haven't seen her since this all happened, correct? Yeah. I haven't seen her since we left the dinner table.
Just a good shake, maybe a little slap should be all that you need. Finally, some levity. Neil, you and I should continue to make our way to see if we can find those 2 people we saw out the window.
Yes, yeah, let's go.
Natural 20 for 22.
19.
Oh no.
Have we not been streaming?
You did.
Yeah.
So we have been streaming, but the DM, apparently Streamlabs disconnected me at some point.
Oh.
So I just glanced over and somebody noted, thank you very much. Who was that? I'm dragging things and breaking things now. I just broke my overlay.
No.
There we go. Thank you very much. Bottles of Zen. I apologize that I missed that. I don't know when that muted me. Thankfully, at least you've been able to hear the players. It must have been a really odd conversation for some of it. But, yeah. Welcome to Streamlabs, folks.
Yeah.
So, jumping back in, you can see the 2 individuals. They seem to be still looking at the windows.
Do they look dangerous? Are they armed?
It's all you can see right now is sort of fingers and head over the ledge. Basically, they're on the roof of this building across the street. So they are 2 floors up, and all you're seeing is basically like hands and a head sticking out.
Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, you go.
Yeah. So I recognize them? Like they look like members of the collusion?
At this distance,
Or
with what little
can't
you can
really-
see, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
I'll look at Emil, and I'll put like a shush finger up to see if we can get closer to them.
Okay. Easy enough. As you start approaching the building, you can see that there is a fire escape on one side of it where you could, if you choose to, scamper up.
What do you think?
Can I look at it like that?
And
Yeah,
it's not
I know.
on the side that they're on, it's beside it. So like if they're laying, right here facing out, the fire escape's over on this side, so you're not coming up right in front of them.
Okay. I mean, are we gonna try and capture them, or?
Most definitely.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
I'll move to make sure I go first. And I'll go up this fire escape. I'll make sure that they didn't leave like a tripwire or something. Though Murdoch is not particularly thinking that they were that smart, but we'll see.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
You know what? I have a new dice tower. Let me see how that does. It did completely average. It's a 10 on the die, so it's a 12.
Okay. You take a couple of moments, poking around the fire escape. Doesn't look like no traps that you can see, no tripwire, alarms, anything that you're noticing.
Okay. I'll continue going up. I guess with Emil behind me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd be following.
And you're trying to sneak up? You're trying to be stealthy with this?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Both of you make stealth checks for me.
Dice tower again! I don't like the dice tower.
A 9 for me.
An 8. Maybe we're not being stealthy.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just clacking up there.
Let's see here. What is your passive?
You are in like a full evening gown, Murdoch.
That is
Yeah.
true. I did get like fancy
Yeah.
heeled boots, so I do look
Oh,
quite
no.
amazing.
Why does this always happen? Once we get fancy clothes, we immediately ruin them.
I refuse to ruin this outfit.
So, you two do make it all the way up to the top. And as the two you get up in, Murdoch in your beautiful evening attire, and Emil in your nice suit. As you get up to the top, you have a little bit of a moment where you almost catch the dress on something. It's like, oh, no, be careful. No, don't step that. And the two of them, as you get up there, the two of them sort of turn and look. As the two of you are now, you got yourself situated, you turn, and you have that meeting where the four of you just sort of turn and look at each other.
Can I get a sense of the size of this rooftop?
Ballpark,
Like, are we talking
probably
about
about 60 by 60.
Okay, so oh, that's close.
You've got it's a fairly decent size. I mean, this is literally, it's a roof of a building.
So I could cast something with a 40-foot radius in between the two of us without catching Murdoch and myself.
Yeah, you could cast something. You'd have to play. Basically, you know your spells well enough that you would have to cast it basically 45 feet away from you. So you would know that you'd probably have to push it a little past them based on where you came up to get them without catching you. But yeah, you could do it.
Okay, yes, so now that we're just kind of staring at each other. Don't move. We know you've been watching us. Don't move.
Don't do it. Whatever you're rolling for, don't do it.
I'm gonna hold an action.
Okay.
And if they start to move, I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay. The two of them look at each other. Actually, go ahead. I'll let you choose. Make either a persuasion or an intimidation check, whichever you prefer.
Okay, that is gonna be a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We're the two good talkers.
That is a 14.
Okay. One of them immediately just sits down. Just sits down, hands on the knees.
Okay, but not moving towards us.
No, literally just plopped right down. The other one just sort of looks down. You can see a little bit of disgust on the face. But then looks back. Isn't moving towards, just seems to be stationary at the moment. Seems to be a waiting game.
So, hello. You can call me Murdoch. I would say it's a pleasure to meet you, but I don't like being spied on. So you've been caught.
And I'm sure I don't need to introduce myself, as I'm sure you already know me.
So, I just want you to nod or shake your head. Did somebody hire you to come and watch us?
The one who's sitting down shakes his head no.
All right. So which one of you is going to be the one to explain to me what's going on here? I was having a very nice dinner. I'm dressed incredibly immaculately, and it was interrupted. I am not in a good mood.
You can see the one that's sitting down is shaking a little bit. And the one that's standing is still just sort of looking back and forth down at this one, over at the two of you. The one that's sitting and says, we don't care about you. We're only here for him.
And I guess now that I have, a full view of them, I do recognize them, like, based on what they're wearing.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Okay.
It would be interesting if you just recognize them from
Oh,
around
no.
the city. Ooh.
Nat 1.
You recognize the clothing. You're fairly certain that these individuals are involved.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with the nat one, that's all you got.
Murdoch would at least, when they said they're here for him, look at Emil.
Yeah, and I recognize their clothing, even with the Nat 1, so it's pretty obvious I know they're part of the group.
Part of the Viscounts?
I would, yeah. They're just not gonna let me go. Is my sister alive? Can you at least tell me that?
The one that is on the ground, who's sitting, goes to say something. The one that's standing, you watch as he turns and he just swings and starts to kick at the back of his head.
Are we going to need to separate you like children? You've been had.
And
This
that's,
young man is under my and mine's protection. You're going to answer his questions.
go ahead and make an intimidation check. As you're saying this, as this is happening, is he's just turned and literally kicked this guy in the back of the head, and he just stumbles forward.
19.
As you say that, you watch as the guy who just kicked him looks up at you, takes a step back away from you a little bit. Looks down at the other one who's now starting to sit back up, rub the back of his head a little bit. Understanding says, if you say anything, they're all gonna know. And steps backwards to step off the roof. Emil, you said you were holding a spell. What were you holding? I know you said if he comes towards you, he's technically doing the opposite, but...
Yeah, I was holding Sleet Storm because I basically wanted to, like, make it easy for us to capture them. Like, they'd... Assuming they'd slip and fall as they approached us, but... Yeah, I guess I'm casting Sleet Storm.
But you don't have to. You can just sit on it if you don't want to use it where you stepped off the roof. You don't have to cast it.
We've got the one,
Yeah.
but it's up to you. Murdoch doesn't know what spell you're holding.
I guess I won't cast it because it's not really going to be that helpful right now since he's backing away.
Oh, okay. So as he steps off and you watch as just falls.
None of my spells would have been... I couldn't have done anything to catch him.
It's all right.
The other one is starts it up. Wait, I'm under your protection?
If you answer our questions, yes. But it seems like your companion was very quick to abandon you to the wolves, so to speak. So you're going to answer them or not? I'll come over and I'll offer a hand to help him up.
He looks a little uncertain, but accepts the hand. Looks over at Emil. I don't know about your sister. You guys were brought in after I had already had the after I had already undergone everything.
But what was he saying about if you tell everyone, they'll know? He seemed to know something. You don't know what he knows?
How do I know what I don't know that he knows?
Well, he knew more than you, obviously.
How?
Not
I
necessarily.
mean, maybe he was lying. I don't know. And why are you just in this for the money, or why are you kidnapping people like me and my sister? I mean, is it really worth it?
It cocks his head a little bit at you and says, you really don't understand, do you? And he sort of glances back and forth a little bit towards you, Murdoch, and then back at you, Emil. Back and forth a little bit. And sort of holds his hands up as non-threatening as he can. And then you watch as he pulls a coin out of his pocket. You watch as he sort of rolls it in his hands a little bit, and then it starts to glow as he starts muttering. The two of you would recognize cast the light cantrip.
He did it to be given magic.
I couldn't do this before.
So
Flips the coin over at you, Emil.
I just let it fall. I don't even try to catch it. So you're fine with kidnapping people and experimenting on them just so you can do a little meaningless magic trick?
I didn't want to do anything flashier. It's when they take the ability, they found a way to give it to someone.
Yeah, well, it takes a hell of a lot to take it from someone. I
It
mean,
takes
maybe
it
you
all.
don't really know what it's like, but
It takes it all.
yeah, and we have to go through living hell in order to have it taken from us.
He just sort of shrugs. It's easy to say that when you're the one with the power.
This power, it's not really all it's made out to be. It's a burden just as often as it's not.
He just sort of shrugs at you.
What's your name, sir?
He looks between again, sort of glances back between the two of you.
I can make one up if you want.
As you say that, he does chuckle a little bit, just in the sort of strange discomfort that he's in at the moment, just finding himself in this situation. But eventually looks over at the two of you and just says, "I'm trusting that by telling you this, that you'll be able to hopefully help." And he looks down a little and looks around, and perhaps even help keep my family safe if things happen. But my name is Loris.
All right, Loris. As I said earlier, my name's Murdoch. I know you don't know me, but I need you to listen to me very carefully. I have seen and known many people who have given much and more to be able to have a fragment of power. I understand why people want it. I really do. Everyone has a reason. It could be to help people that they care about. It could be for a sense of personal worth. It could be any manner of reason. And I've seen people give much to have that control. But I need you to understand. I think that you are a part of something that is very dangerous. I think you know that because you mentioned your family. It's a danger to people like Emil. And if these people don't get what they want, it's a danger to people like you and your family. I help people. That's what I do. If you can tell us what you know, all that you know, I promise you, I'm going to do my best to keep you and the people that you care about safe. But we need to know what's going on. It's very important. Because people are being hurt. I think you know that. Right?
And as you say, he sort of looks down a little bit and has that little bit of like, you can see there's some regret on his face, but at the same point, you also get the sense that there's not as much as you would necessarily expect, given obviously he made the choice to do this.
Yeah.
So he sort of looks down a little bit, and eventually looks up at you. It's a little hard to say, as there's so many, everything's spread out. It's not just in one spot. I mean, the whole group of us is set up specific, but there's individuals like the ones in charge. Oh, there's one of them's in Mirabar, one's in Burdusk, there's one in Waterdeep.
One, what, a leader?
Yes. Essentially, I suppose we'll call it the organization, is all. We have our little management team. They're the ones who are in the know. They have their little spies who let them know who the best targets are, who won't be missed. Like in our young friend's his case, whose parents are going to be so easily fooled into thinking that their children died that they won't even look into it. And then they pass that information along to the recovery team, who, well, I think the name's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. So, when they are recovered, do they take them to one place? Are there multiple places, like with the leaders? Where do they do this?
So you watch as he sort of scrunches a little bit and seems to be really trying to pull memory back, and a little bit of time is where is it's up in the north. It's where is it? It's up. There's a castle up further north in it's in the Ice Spires. There's a castle up there that they've, well, shall we say, they've made arrangements. And there's some holding cells. That's where the majority of the work is done. And then once everything's prepared, they bring their next volunteer.
Volunteer, not volunteers.
No, not you. Those that are being given your power.
This castle, could you mark it approximately on a map?
I think so. Do you have a map?
I think I'm one of the people I think I have one and Furia has one. Show me where.
Okay. As you do that, then give me a moment. We are gonna go.
Because when he says does he mean an Icewind Dale? If he means Icewind Dale, I don't want good Icewind Dale, dude.
Sorry, I am. Apologize in advance. Some of our markings are going to go a little funny on our map here because I am shifting it a little so I can actually bring you guys over there and mark it for you. Okay. So.
Oh, I know where he's gonna.
Where's my reveal?
Castle Heart.
So he actually marks down a rough area over here.
I look back at Emil. If they were going to bring your sister anywhere, if not the Nether Mountains where you escaped from, I guess it would be there.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. It's a clue to follow up on. So yeah, that's.
And as you say that, in your from he turns it and looks towards you. Wait, so you're the one who got out of the mountain.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh. There was a lot of people got in a lot of trouble when you got out.
Would you expect me to feel sorry for them, or?
No, it's just I find it somewhat amusing.
Amusing. This is amusing to you?
I suppose it's different for you, but
I mean, is there like, do you have names or anything else for us? I'm kind of getting tired of talking to you.
as you say that, you can see panic starting to set in his face a little bit, and he relieves himself.
Okay.
Ew.
They-
Yeah.
he just panicked and pissed himself. He looks, he's
Okay.
like, no, those of us like me, I'm still low on the totem pole. I was only gifted these powers back to 10 day.
So
Do you have any more questions, Murdoch?
I only want to know if they found out that you talked to us, then you think that your family could be in danger?
I would assume, as they don't. I mean, as he sort of gestures, I mean, look around. No one's screaming about all people going missing. This isn't being talked about. There's either they've got nobody's aware of it, or there's a whole lot more going on than. Either way, I got a wife and kids that I got to be worried about.
All right. Well, I promised that I would help you if you gave me information. You gave me information. So what I could do, if you want, in case they question you, is I could make you believe wholeheartedly that you never told us anything. You wouldn't even remember that this conversation happened, but you'd need to let me do that to you.
He just looks at you a little bit and fine. I've gone this far. Why not?
Okay. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and start counting back from 10.
Sure. 10.
Modify memory.
Okay.
Murdoch will place a thumb on his forehead and talk very calmly and say, "We cornered you and your compatriot. He fled, and we captured and questioned you, but you refused to give us any information. Emil and I argued about whether we should let you live, and I eventually convinced him to let you go, as killing you would just cause too much problems. We released you, and you ran away. But right now, you're going to sit there, and you're going to be dazed for a few more minutes, and we are going to leave."
Okay. As he sits there in a stupor, we're gonna fan back over. Actually, it's 9:40, so we're actually gonna take our break right there.
Oh, geez, sorry.
And then when we come back, we're gonna pan back over and see what our other compatriots are doing in the house with Emil's father, as Emil and Murdoch have gotten some information. Note to other DMs out there, don't let the chatty ones go out and chase down your villains. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a few moments. As Murdoch and Emil have just found out some very interesting information. As they're making their way back towards the house, we're actually going to pan back into the second story office of Lord Vice, where we find Lydia dragging a somewhat cut up Boo-Boo out of a strange extra-dimensional floor space, with Artemis standing next to, and Sarah currently having a conversation with a somewhat disrespectful squirrel. And apparently choking a stick of butter.
I don't have a squirrel, okay? I have a nail buffer.
Oh, nail buffer. Oh, hey, nail buffer makes more sense than stick of butter.
Yeah, a pink stick of butter. You know. Just like
Hey.
Mother used to make.
So we start with the three of you. Murdoch and Emil have been gone for about a minute or two now. They just took off, so you've got a little bit of time before they get back. What would the three of you be doing?
I'll ask Boo Poo, like, what, are your legs okay? What do you think got them there?
She looks down and just says, ow.
Aw.
House was eating me. Tooth marks.
Huh. That sounds horrific. I will heal him a little bit. Because I feel bad. How bad does he look? DM? Bloodied?
He looks cantripped.
Okay, cantrip. Okay, I'll throw a level 1 cure wounds on him.
Yeah,
Just
doesn't look like too much damage was actually done to the individual. Your best guess is it looks like it's more surface level.
Okay. And I'll just kind of like get out my healer's kit and, you know, kind of bandage him up a little.
Wonder if this would count as unharmed then? I'm hoping.
I mean, oh crap, were we supposed to get him unharmed?
Yeah, but like, they're intact. Their legs are attached.
I say we did it fairly well. I mean, we didn't know what to come into the situation with, so.
On the grand scale of our track record, I mean, honestly, this is pretty great.
Worms to Fabio, I mean, this is probably Fabio.
This is Fabioso.
Yeah. Should we just spell magic on the floor? Or on the squirrel? Or both?
Both. I'm getting sick of holding him.
I mean, you could probably let him go if you wanted to chuck him into the floor.
Go,
Or,
he might die in the floor.
I mean, they were trying to capture Emil.
Oh, okay. Well,
But chuck him out the window. You could chuck him out. Ooh. He's a squirrel, right? He said it himself. He's a squirrel.
Lord
True.
Vice looks at you.
Belongs in the trees.
The proper term for that would be defenestration.
Yes. Defenestrate the squirrel.
I think Wolfen did that a couple times. That was squirrels. Okay, we can... You know, that's not nice. And I'm a cleric, and I think that that's not nice. We do that.
I'm not a cleric. And I'm the one holding him.
Got me there. I mean,
Well,
you could just put him on the ground and let him... No. No, okay.
either way, I don't have Dispel Magic prepared. I don't want you burning all of your spells. So, Lydia, whatever you would like to do, Dispelling Magic-wise, go for it!
Alright,
Furia will also offer that she does have Dispel Magic prepared as well.
okay.
Go for it!
Do you want to stay as a squirrel? Or do you want to be risked thrown out the window?
Well, I
We'll
mean,
put you to the
those
floor.
those being my only options, I guess I'll stay
Yeah.
as a squirrel, because if the other option is getting thrown out a window,
Oh, and being thrown out the window, or being a human.
you can make me a human?
Are you really a squirrel?
Lydia, not everyone. None of us are. No. Sorry. Emil now.
What?
Bipedal is the word you're looking for.
Is it?
Lydia, you're not human either.
Oh, right. You're right.
I'm not human.
You know what? Humanoid? Is that it?
She's a skeleton.
Okay. Right, alright. Just do what you want to, Granny. And I'll try to dispel magic on the floor so it's safer.
Okay.
Does
Go
that make
ahead.
sense,
You're gonna have to
everyone?
roll for it.
Okay.
Anyway, my little friend, do you have any...
9. So I didn't work.
Nope.
Okay. Do you have any other good information? Location? Higher up? Superiors?
I know the location of a small treasure trove hidden within the city.
Is it nuts? Is it going to be nuts and berries?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Deception check.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
That's a 19.
Ooh.
Yeah, this scroll is completely full of it.
I'm flicking him again.
What?
Okay,
Just
so
gonna straight your ass.
you're just a scout. You're not anything important.
I'm the talking squirrel. Certainly that is of some import.
You're not. Can I insight check? Is he actually just a squirrel?
Sure, make an insight check.
I'm quite sure that he's just an awakened squirrel this whole time.
I've been wondering that. 11?
Little hard to read, but
I'm quite sure it's just an awakened squirrel.
Are you just a squirrel that can talk?
I mean,
at
that's
this point
pretty fascinating.
turns the head to look over at Lydia and Hart. Does anyone know if Granny has some hearing problems? I mean, I've been saying I'm a squirrel for this entire time.
Squirrels don't usually talk though. That's the problem, friend.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
and you
tried
have some,
speaking
like-
to a squirrel before? Or do you just assume that we ain't got nothing good to say, so you don't say hi to us?
Got me there.
Go
That's
look
what I
over at
figured. You
Furia.
rabbits are all the same.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just become like that.
Yeah, that's why we thought that you might be a druid too, perhaps.
So, turns and looks at Artemis now. Will you please tell them I am just a bloody squirrel?
Okay, fine. You had some illusion magic on you, so, I was just thinking something along the lines of, yes, perhaps you were a druid, but you're chatting to us. So fine. Sarah, I think we can put this squirrel down.
But it's got magic on it.
That's the weird part, Artemis. This is magic.
It's a magic squirrel.
Why are you magic?
Scratch behind my ears, you get a wish.
Ooh,
I hate this.
Oh my god.
Can we perhaps waste our time looking for, I don't know, the lady of the house instead of talking to the squirrel?
right.
The lord's accounted for. Where's the lady? Also, Murdoch and Emil are still not here.
We're
Alright,
dead! They killed us!
let's do that.
Actually, can we see them on the rooftop?
Oh, that's right! I'd be able to look out the window and see us.
Sight, if someone
Go ahead
wants to
and
look over.
make a perception check as you look out the window.
Can Furia
You just see Murdoch,
13?
Yeah, you see the one falling off.
13.
and Murdoch help the other one up and be like,
So, as you turn, you can see, basically at this point, Mark's about right there. You see a conversation, you watch as one sits down. Then a couple of moments goes by and you watch as one of them just takes a step off backwards and falls.
It looks like Murdoch's handling it pretty well.
And then, as he falls, you watch as all of a sudden he's... And then just stops and slowly drifts down to the sidewalk.
yeah, they've got like
And takes
first
off
level
running.
spells and cantrips.
Yeah.
When everyone's super, no one will be.
And we learn that Matthew planned this whole campaign while watching The Incredibles with his kids.
I mean, I don't watch that with the kids.
Yeah,
I want to
true.
enjoy the movie. Sarah, you take 1 point of damage as the squirrel has just bit into your finger.
I was scratching your ears! I'm throwing him out the window.
For a wish. That she gets the wish.
I wish for you to be gone.
Yeet!
And as the squirrel starts to fly through the window, you watch as just vanishes.
Where that wasn't an actual squirrel.
I think it was an illusion of an actual talking squirrel.
Such a thing.
I don't know, I'm not there.
Oh,
And I, again, you watched it fly out the window. So it didn't disappear when it hit the window. So it went outside. And as you just like, I wish you were gone. And it disappeared.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, the squirrel was a genie.
I mean, it could have been a million.
Does it actually work?
It could have been a million. That could have been a familiar. Everyone always forgets that NPCs can have familiars too.
true.
Do they talk?
Not generally, but some could, depending on the magic. I'm not there. It's
Okay,
just
we can game theory later. Let's just.
At this
Could've
point,
been-
at-
It was a
Million things.
squirrel that wished for power.
as Sarah baseball pitches the squirrel out the window, Sarah, you would then notice you can see Murdoch and Emil are starting to climb down the fire escape. And there's just a couple of moments goes by, and then you look, you see that individual standing up and start looking around, going. And then, very similar to a friend, runs off towards the front of the building, jumps out. And as they start to fall down again, same deal. Seems to cast something, slows down, drifts nice and calmly to the ground, and takes off running.
Which direction does he take off running?
So from where you guys are would be off to the northwest.
Northwest. Okay, I'm gonna just keep that in my back pocket for later.
A couple of minutes goes by, and as you can see, Emil and Murdoch starting to head back. Eventually, one of the house guards comes up to the room, looks in. Oh, advice, yes, is all well here. Emil advised us that you were up with the individuals he was traveling with, so we assumed that you would be safe while we were dealing with the other things. And Lord looks around, and you can see he's still a little frazzled with everything going on, and just like, yeah, I need to speak with my wife. This is too much. And eventually the guards start heading out. You hear other guards coming in. You can hear the lord and ladies starting to have a bit of a hushed, almost bordering on a like very heated sort of whispered conversation, though. He does not sit, and you get the impression that the lord of the house is not in a good mental place right now.
But like, the lady is somewhere.
With him?
Yep, the
With him,
lady's
like-
been brought in. So as you guys are all sort of coming out of the office, Bupu in tow, you can see the lady's brought in. She's got 2 guards. 2 of the house guards are with her.
Alrighty then. I guess we'll just take a hold of our dear interloper here, and Artemis kind of moves a little bit closer to Bupu. Do they still stink? Did we rectify the stink?
You
Don't
took the
believe you
sandalwood.
did. I don't think anybody has prestidigitation.
No. No. But I can create water.
I feel like
Da 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 da.
I should have gotten that one, huh? Right. Well, maybe we'll lead our good friend outside and rendezvous with Murdoch and Emil. Yes.
I open the window for Boo-Poo.
I mean, we could walk out the front door a little bit more.
Okay, they seemed agile. I close the window.
As you close the window, Bupu comes over a little closer to you, Sarah. Kicks you in the shin. You threw dinner out window.
There is a 4-course meal downstairs.
I doubt
Bupu
that
not
the-
invited.
Boo-Poo can have doggy bag.
Yes, talk on his level. Yeah.
You have doggy?
Oh,
Boo-Poo can have Boo-Poo bag.
Bupu have Bupu bag. She holds up her bag.
Does the bag smell?
Everything smells on this person.
okay.
Go wash. Go wash. Boo poo.
Boo-Poo's going to have a Boo-Poo bath.
Yes.
We do this outside, so we don't. I don't know. Just soak this lovely home.
Actually, one of the
better shampoo?
guards sort of starts leading the group of you out where Bupu is just sort of moving around in here. It's just sort of like...
Fair enough.
About the time you guys get down to the front door, Murdoch and Emil have made their way back.
So Sarah killed the squirrel. How's everything go?
We got a lead from one of the individuals. A castle in the ice spires. It seems to be where people are taken to. So
Alright.
Yes, it would.
That can be on the itinerary.
It would seem that the Viscounts had people watching the house to probably try and take Emil again, essentially. But I think-
It's our arrival.
Anticipated that Emil at least would come home. I think the rest of us were a non-predicted factor. But yes, this castle seems to be where they're doing their experiments, perhaps. And these individuals, they were given magic. It works. Whatever they're doing, it works.
Right. But it's safe to say that if Emil stays here, then they'll be hounding after him regardless.
yeah.
Seems that this operation goes all around at least the western half of Faerun. There's leaders in all of the major cities, Mirabar, Waterdeep,
Mm-hmm.
on the lookout for sorcerers.
Waterdeep too. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what he said.
They probably watch the Blackstaff Academy.
Oh gosh. Well then, um, I mean, Sarah, I know you have your hang-ups with Emil coming along with us, but it almost seems like he may be safer with us than here at home. More of us have more combat experience, and certainly the Lord did not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna search for my sister no matter what. So I mean,
We should still maybe check the Nether Mountains first, just in case they haven't moved her yet. Also, if their main operation is in this castle, it's probably well guarded and defended.
true.
We should see if maybe we can free some prisoners if they're being held
Hmm.
in the Nether Mountains. Find a little bit more information. Hopefully, find your sister there. And if not, well, then the next best place to check would be, and I show on the map, essentially the circled spot on our map, which is kind of straight north of the Nether Mountains. But it's far.
And
we're
who
still
knows if
gonna go-
we... Oh,
Oops, sorry.
go
We're
ahead.
still going to Asgard? For Sarah? Just making sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to, pull you all away from what your goals were.
We could do the Nether Mountains and then kind of loop. And if we need to go north
Okay.
afterwards.
Okay.
But I know that you've just gotten home, Emil, but perhaps maybe it isn't super safe here.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. So
Perhaps maybe you could gather some of your things, and we could set about our travel.
yeah, I'll head inside and I'll get prepared for the journey.
The Lord and
Yeah.
Lady like fighting in the main corridor of the house, or okay,
No, they were in their their master suite.
okay,
So when you walk in, basically their master suite has like a we'll call it a small living room area, like a sitting room.
okay,
Then the master bedroom was on one side and his office was on the other. So they were having this little tiff in that master suite near the bedroom door as y'all were coming out.
okay.
And
I'm-
as I head, oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
Yeah. So as I head inside, I'm gonna go up to, my parents' room, and knock on the door and enter.
You go to knock on it, but the door's already open. You can still hear them having their
Okay.
conversation.
I guess I'll kind of knock anyway, just to like let them know, amidst the arguing, that I'm here.
And you can hear your father, and then turns and, oh, yeah, Yes, Emil.
Well, you can. You don't have to be so aggravated for long because I'm leaving, mother, father, with my friends, and I'm going to find Halua. She's not dead. I hope she's not. And you need to stop spreading these rumors. Even the guards think that I was risen from the dead, but it's not true.
And then you have the two of them just sort of look at each other and then glance back at you. But we found your body. You were buried.
I mean, mother, with the magic that we're both capable of, you must be able to see how, this it's just magic. It's not real.
George, yes, there are spells that could make something appear to be something it is not. But likewise, I'm certain you've heard of people falling ill and even being fatally wounded, and the clerics return them as if nothing was wrong.
Well, sure, but I mean, what reason do you have to not believe me? Why, I wouldn't lie about that. If that's what happened, I would tell you.
What reason do I have to believe that because I buried your body? Surely you can understand where I'm coming from with this. We had your lifeless body. We interred it. As one does with a corpse.
Well, I guess there's nothing more I can say to convince you. I guess I'll just have to hope that my actions will make it clear. But either way, I'm preparing to leave.
So soon?
Yes. My sister she's out there, and I'm not gonna stop looking for her.
She steps away from your father and walks over and just sort of grasps you by the outside of your shoulders and pulls you in and gives you a hug.
I'll hug her back.
Do what you feel you must.
That's what I intend to do. I'll just kind of look up at my father and... Goodbye, Father. Hopefully, if I return with Halwa, you'll, I don't know, believe me, or at least be happy to see us both.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay. Ooh, dirty 20.
You can tell that your father... You haven't really seen your father unsettled before. He's always been distant, a little cold, but he's always been very much in control. To the point, like, you get the image of, a rubber band ball that's just got too many rubber bands on it. It's at its snapping point. He's always had that sort of just calm exterior to him. Looking now, you can see he is trying to put that front on, but you're seeing the cracks through it. For the first time, you're seeing he is a tired, weary old man. Now, as you say that to him, you watch as just, again, that facade, another crack appears in it. As you say that, and it just sort of looks down and gives you a nod, and reaches out one hand on the shoulder and just sort of roughly squeezes your shoulder. Make sure you
Yes.
thank your friends for dealing with the problem they caused in my study.
Yes, yes, of course. And I'll give him a hug.
That one hand he had grabbed you with, he sort of pulls you in, and that, the bro hug, the two fists on the back, and sort of stands up and
All right. Yeah. So that's once I pack my things. I'm going to leave.
you can see your mother's got a little bit of a tear as she knows you're taking off already. Your father's already back on their conversation. He's like, no, I know it's expensive, but after what just happened, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to buy that fool orb to prevent any magic from being done in my study.
And with that, I'll slide out and go to my own room and start to gather my stuff.
Okay. So as Emil has gone up to collect his belongings and get some stuff together, what would the rest of you be doing?
Trying to find a hose to bathe Boo-Boo.
Lydia,
Okay.
on your nice clothes.
Oh yeah, not my nice. Oh, these are nice too. Alright.
We could just chuck them in a pond or a lake. I feel like that might be better.
Probably.
We did, there was a lake that we recently, threw some bodies in. Why not an alive one and climb out?
Murdoch will, she'll take her sending stone that she has to the master of past and present. She's going to be like, your little man is fine. We took care of it. When you decide to send people to watch us, just let us know. Give him a bath, maybe. Anyway, come get your mans. Kisses.
Wonderful send-off.
A few moments goes by. And then you do get a response back. I am so happy that my friend is okay. I will come and collect Boo-Boo from you this evening.
What? No kisses? Fine.
Nope.
Murdoch will be like, Boopo is going to be retrieved later today.
Well, are you treated nicely where you are from?
Dora reaches up and scratches it. What you mean?
Oh god, he doesn't know about rights.
Do they know? Do you feel okay? Are you generally good? Boo-Poo good?
Boo-Poo good.
Okay. We'll just leave that.
I don't even have dental.
Boo-Poo better with squirrel in belly. But
Oh,
Boo-Poo good.
right. Do you have anything,
Sarah,
Granny?
Right, let me see.
You've always got like a muffin or something.
Let me see.
you do have another good berry.
Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the good berry. Give her the good berry.
As you hand it to her, she holds up.
I know. It
Scroll
doesn't look
bigger.
like a lot.
Pops it in her mouth and.
But tummy full?
Boo boo full.
Okay, boo boo.
Well, where should we stay the night?
I don't know if staying here will jeopardize more safety.
Alright.
I really wanted to stay in the really nice town, but I think we're going to have to camp.
I know, Murdoch.
I got all dressed up and for what?
You look
Pretty for us.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you!
I mean, at least now we have like a nice outfit. If we do like go anywhere else fancy,
Yeah.
yeah.
And hopefully one day we'll get through a nice evening. One day.
One
Without an
day,
explosion or animals or assassins or anything. One day we'll have it.
Honestly, in retrospect, the lion was a total waste. Especially for her.
Don't remind me about the lion.
I can't remember. Did y'all tell Furia about the lion? Pretty sure you did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it came in kind of like partway through it.
Yeah, and then they, like, basically knew I had fucked up.
Yeah. They don't know about
Lion-
the boar
Yeah.
destroying the
Lion-
jewelry shop.
Yeah, not a lot of you know that I made the boars.
I'm so confused. Did I miss
You weren't there, and your character doesn't know. So
Yeah,
it's all
okay.
Okay.
good. Sarah destroyed a jewelry shop. It's fine.
And I
Right,
also
right,
bugged
right.
a bunch of academia.
Yeah.
So, Emil, what would you be grabbing from your room? Is your
Just just like a like a pack with like this adventuring gear essentially, and like
Okay.
some.
so eventually you collect your stuff. It doesn't take you too long. Meet up with your companions who are still outside. Seems to be they're planning the next move as you join them.
Yeah, I've got my things. Are we ready to get going?
I don't think Murdoch is, but I think the rest of us are.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Let's go to hike a mountain. Camp.
Murdoch, we do have to change out of these clothes.
I know. Is there a changing room?
Is there?
There's rooms.
Is
There's
there?
There's empty rooms.
Yeah, it's you guys
I
would be
was- I
able to
was-
go in and get yourselves changed if you're.
Yeah, there's empty rooms here. You can.
You just hear Murdoch
Make
crying.
yourself at home.
It's so pretty. I had it customized down to the buttons. Okay, she's over it.
Okay.
I look great all the time, and I'm literally changing out of
You
this
like
into a
go into a
suit.
power suit.
Yeah, I change out of a fancy suit into another suit, and that's my not fancy outfit. I only have suits.
It's your not fancy outfit that's got some armor in there to protect you a
Yeah.
little bit.
Right, yeah, my armor padded suit with glamour weave on it that can do little magical illusions. My practical clothes. It's like having an LED suit being like, this is my travel outfit.
Are your parents not going to see you off?
No, I said I said my goodbyes upstairs.
Well, if you're ready, I guess we should head outside of town.
Yeah. Oh, and my father did want to thank all of you for the help in his study. So.
Was it sarcasm?
No. It actually kind of seemed like we had a nice moment there.
Okay.
Good.
First wholesome moment I've had in a manor.
Yeah. Sorry, it's kind of been a disaster since you guys got here, but I mean, for you guys, not because of you guys or anything, but.
Well, sometimes
Counting.
trouble
Yeah.
follows. Yeah.
This isn't our first manor. Technically my third.
Can we just say that, like, after Murdoch changed, Artemis went and also changed? Because,
Oh, I was picturing all of us girls just changing.
Okay.
excuse me, speak for yourself.
Lady and ladies.
Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, we have a quick change and
All right.
Male again. More fluffy button costume.
About what time would it be?
And this time probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock. It's getting late.
Okay.
You guys had managed to
Sure.
get through a decent portion of your evening meal before Dad got home and things.
Okay. Well, do we want to go find an inn for the night, or is that probably off the table with people skulking around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we should just get out of town kind of as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, the food was amazing. I will say that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it was.
One full of wine was beautiful.
I'll be sure to let Alfred know the next time I see him.
and the silverware. Delightful.
Still there?
Of course, it's
Oh yes, I know all about the 3 different forks for one for salad, one for the main course. It's
Sarah. Put that away. Shush.
Did I say that she was actually showing some
What?
of the silverware from dinner?
What's your passive perception?
11.
Sarah, were you trying to be stealthy or were you actually showing this off as you were doing this?
How far are we from the house?
50 yards or so. You're a decent bit away. You've been walking for a few minutes.
How close am I to a meal?
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Oh my god.
23.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Emil, you got no idea.
Okay, yeah, so he's like too busy. It's like there's the salad fork and then there's the main. So he doesn't even notice that you're actually waving it in front of him.
You sound bored by all the fantasy.
Yeah, it's like it's really not that special, you know, once you experience it up close. It's all about
No, I know.
the image, but
Sarah, you walked out of there with four full sets of silverware.
I'm gonna look over at Murdoch and I'm gonna be like, you'll always eat well.
What? What?
You'll always eat well. You'll always eat well.
Okay. What? What are you? Why are you holding? What do you hold? What? Why is
Holding-
Sigma holding a?
Oh, I'm pretending I'm holding the silverware I stole.
Oh! You're like holding pliers at me.
I'm sorry. I don't have
You'll
more
always eat well.
in here.
I know that forks are like only a little walk away for you. No, it's fine. We'll always. Are you? Oh my god! Stop!
Okay,
You
do,
know
I,
what,
do
Al?
I hear this? It's like.
Yeah.
Is
Go
this,
ahead, make a
giving it
perception
away
check,
at this point?
Emil. And
I'm supposed
Murdoch
to be
is,
leaving.
as Sarah's holding it, you can see it has a very ornately designed V on the bottom of it.
17.
You can hear Murdoch and Sarah going back and forth about something.
Are you taking that?
Think back, but I don't really pay it too much mind.
Yeah, you've heard Murdoch and Sarah sort of bicker before,
Okay.
though, so...
Don't you dare shush me again!
Is everything alright back there?
We're fine! We're just making sure that we have everything ready to go!
Here you go, Murdoch, have a bread roll. I'm gonna stuff it in her mouth.
And suddenly, Emil, you think that maybe Sarah grabbed some rolls off the table as they were leaving.
Okay. So,
It's good, Brad.
Yeah. I
She's
offer.
like, she's gonna command you to eat that roll herself.
When I see Emil look around, I like offer him a roll. They were very good.
Alright, yeah, I guess I'm. Still have room for one more.
Always room for one. Did they make you take the dance lesson? They made
Oh,
us.
yes. Yes, it's all,
Albert always hated the dance lessons. Said they were the most boring thing for him.
I mean, it's not the dancing itself so much as just being told to do it.
The 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Like a little more direction than tappa 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 tappa.
Yes, I hear that in my sleep.
We grew up in vastly different worlds.
I agree with that statement.
Good.
As does Furia.
Yeah.
So I was like middle class.
Okay.
Just straight. I went to school. Which direction to the Nether Mountains?
That way.
Wow. Murdoch goes wall-eyed. That direction.
So, Emil, you would know it's off to the east, that you would basically need to follow along the Fork Road as that heads east from Sundabar, and eventually, if you keep following it east, it'll take you just north of the Nether Mountains, and eventually you would hit a score if you just keep going east. If you turn and head north, it would bring you up towards the Ice Spire. So, you know, if you follow it east for a little bit, eventually you'll start getting into the foothills near the Nether Mountains.
Okay, yeah, so I would relay that.
And as you're heading east and traveling on as the evening begins to progress, how far are you guys going to push? Are you just going to travel until, you know, normal stopping time? You're going to try to put a little more distance between you and the city first?
I would say, like, there's no in-between town between us right now and, like, our destination, right?
No, not at all.
Not like a truck stop town.
Yeah, nothing even close. And never mind how late it is in the evening. You guys have only, like, you've got maybe an hour or two before it would be normal stopping time to make camp and whatnot. You can push later if you want to, but
An hour or two is an
Yeah.
hour or two of progress,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unless we think it would serve us to get more distance
What do you think,
from.
Emil?
I mean, I guess they'll chase me anywhere, it seems. So I guess an extra hour or two probably won't matter. I guess so we can just
Okay.
stop.
Okay.
At normal resting time, and we'll just have to keep our eyes peeled.
Are we on foot or do we have our carriage?
We do not
took
have our
the boat up.
carriage.
Okay.
Yeah, because we took the boat up, so we're walking.
Right. Right. Okay.
Furia is a wonderful watch, and she stays awake to
Forever.
some extent all night.
Yeah, she basically just has to trance for 4 hours. So Furia could cover 2 watches if you'd like her to.
I could cover one.
Okay, so Lydia's got 1. We need 1 more then.
I could. I mean, they're
Okay.
following us because
I
of
don't think
me.
you
So
should be alone on a watch for some
Hey,
reason.
if you're going, I'll go with you.
all right. I mean, better to be awake, right? If someone's after you than asleep.
Yeah, but two people should be awake on watches anyway.
Okay.
It's better. It's better. At least for the beginning.
Okay. So we've got
You're a child.
Emil and Sarah taking a watch together. We've got Lydia taking a watch, and then we've got Furia taking 2 at the end. So Emil, Sarah, and Lydia, I need perception checks from the 3 of you. And then, whoops, I hit a wrong button and messed up our view. Okay, get over here. I gotta find Furia. So we can have Furia make her 2 checks.
I used to luck points since we're gonna have a long rest soon anyway.
Okay, number 1. Number 2. Hey, Furia's very alert.
Hell yeah.
The berries are actually espresso beans.
Lydia, what'd you get for yours?
28.
Okay. And Emil and Sarah?
19.
And a 13.
Okay. So, as the evening begins to wind down, as the group of you have traveled out as far as you can this evening, and you start setting up watch, forgive me. As you start setting up camp, getting watches together, you start with Lydia. As the rest of your group starts to hunker down, get into their sleeping bags, and get situated, is there anything in specific you'd be doing during your watch?
No.
Oh, okay. About an hour and a half into your watch. And this evening, it is a beautiful, clear night. As you're looking around and just, keeping your eyes well, eventually you just happen to glance up and you can see the moon is at about a little more than half full at this point. And there's a shadow in front of it,
Oh,
which is getting larger.
how fast? Do I have enough time to alert my party?
Well, let me just check what the...
Shadow in front of the moon. That's getting larger.
It's going to be close, depending. And again, you're not really certain what this is yet. You're just seeing a shadow in front of this.
Alright.
Where people are asleep, how would you be trying to rouse people?
I would probably go like, yeah, and it's like start like just shaking whoever's close, to, like kicking them kind of awake. Like there's a thing headed towards us. We
Oh,
have to get
okay.
up, move, something.
Roll a d6 for me.
2.
Oh, okay. So, and then roll a d20.
Okay. 7.
Okay. You as you start seeing this, your initial thought is you start reaching out and trying to kick the person closest to you,
Oh yeah.
and you are kicking a bag.
Oh.
Eventually, you look down and realize you are kicking Murdoch's briefcase.
Oh, she's gonna kill me. She's these
And
forks.
realize that you reach down and sort of grab Murdoch and start shaking Murdoch awake.
There's
What?
Something's coming. Something's coming.
Oh. I guess I'm awake and
I don't
figuring out what's
cast
going on.
As Lydia is pointing and you're looking, the moon is about 75 to 80% obscured at this point by the shadow.
Oh.
It seems to be coming closer. Not only in distance, it also appears to be coming down.
Better safe than sorry. I'll just yell really loudly for everybody to get up.
Okay.
Better safe than sorry, right?
What are we gonna do?
Artemis, Emil, and Sarah, go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage as you are all asleep.
Wake the blob up!
That was perception at disadvantage.
Yep.
15.
Okay.
I want to cast a spell, but I don't.
Damn it.
17.
6.
Okay.
Emil!
Go.
The teenager has his AirPods in! No!
Basically, everybody. Oh wait, let me roll for our little friend.
I bet it's MPOP on a dragon coming to get Boo Boo, but
Oh,
who
yeah.
knows? Who knows? He did say he'd come this evening.
Did Boo Boo come with us?
Yes,
Yeah.
you still
Yeah.
have.
I think it's MPOP on a dragon coming to wake us up, but I don't know for sure.
So both Emil and Bupu are snoring away like old campaigners.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Neither one of them woke up, but the rest of you are all now alert and looking up. And at this, as everything's being pointed out, you can make out it appears to be a massive dragon.
Yeah. Is there anyone on top of the dragon? Or
At,
is it
thi-
just
at
a
this
dragon?
angle, you can't see at the moment. You're
Why
looking
is
at the
that
underside.
happening?
Should I make a fog cloud? Would that help or hinder?
I think it would hinder. I think it would hinder because if we
Okay.
all run around, then we're like, we can't see. I
But then
think
they
just.
can't see us.
I think dragons have true sight, but I don't know if I know
Okay.
that.
And
I would just say
Lydia,
spread
you-
out.
Okay.
And Lydia, you would know that fog cloud is only really useful until it is dispersed by wind. Giant dragons have
Oh,
built-in
okay,
wind makers.
Gotcha, yeah. I remembered that in time.
I think it's just everybody spread out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scatter.
as you all start running in different directions, leaving Boo-Poo and Emil unconscious next to the fire.
I mean, Emil! I don't care about you.
As you start hearing the and then the as these feet slam into the ground. And Emil, go ahead and make one more perception check at disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage. An 8.
And it,
Oh no.
Would have been a
Oh
19.
my god,
without
he's
the
a heavy.
disadvantage.
He's such a heavy sleeper.
no, I was going to say, actually, let me say that though, because there is now a dragon has landed right beside you as well. So what was your first roll?
Yeah. My first would have been a 19.
Okay. So you can hear in the back of your mind as you can feel the ground start to shake. And in the slightest little bit, you hear Murdoch's voice, almost like a pitch or two too high, scream your name. And as you start to open your eyes, you're staring up at the like the chest section in this massive serpentine neck of a massive
It's like-
green dragon.
Just like stare up at it. I look around. Do I see everybody?
You can see everybody else is running away in different directions. They're scattering.
I don't know. In a, just like a, almost a reaction, I'm going to cast Banishment on this dragon.
Okay. So that is a...
Charisma save.
We love a brave boy.
Okay, yeah, no, he's fine.
Uh,
That is a 31.
Yeah, I'll say.
So, as you cast this, and the rest of you have started to run now, is the group of you are looking back. You can see it looks like the dragon was lowering its head for a moment. And you can now see there is, in fact, a rider on the back of it. And as the head's coming down, all of a sudden it stops. And it turns and cranes down. And Emil, you watch as the head just bends over and it's inverted looking at you. Then you hear that massive intake of breath.
Well, Maddie, you better
then-
roll another character. You wanna play your
Nothing.
sister?
As it lowers its head and you see a dark-robed individual step down off the neck. Long, flowing white hair, leaning on a staff with a golden dragon claw, clutching a small crystal orb.
Artemis. No. No.
Sort of starts, and again, leaning on the staff a little bit, walks over and just looks over at you a little bit, Emil, and says, "That was cute. You won't catch Cyan with that."
I guess you must be this benefactor I've heard of.
Yes, it was amusing watching them all scamper away, wasn't it?
Not from my perspective.
Yes. And he reaches over and you, again, much like a large dog or a horse, just sort of pats the dragon on the neck. He obeys my beck and call. And walks over and you watch as crouches down and very gently reaches out and just a single thumb sort of brushes the hair back. And little one, it's time to go home. And you watch as Bupu sort of friend and runs up and just grabs around his legs and starts hugging him. You watch this again, same, just very, very controlled, very gentle, soft moves, just brushes the hair back a little. And then looks around to see if the others are starting to come back or if they're...
Yeah, I'll run back. Oh, good it's you. I thought it was someone else, I guess.
Have you ever thought about maybe if you're going to ride in on a dragon that you at least send a message ahead first?
A very sort of sly smirk plays across the lips.
Of course you thought about it.
It'd be so much less fun that way.
Boo make sure that you get minimum wage and access to health benefits.
Poo turns and looks at you and just seems to have a strange expression when looking at you, and then you watch as the face turns back up at him. And just the sparkle, the brightness in Bupu's eyes, like worship. Or fascination, one might say.
If I talk to Boo Boo in her head, will she know it's me? That's the question.
We tried that
We
once
did try that, oh, yeah.
before, and
And it didn't work, right?
they
Okay,
got really confused.
you're right. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
Bupu is unharmed, as you requested.
Yes, we must take care for those weaker than ourselves.
He was very kind. Except for wanting to eat squirrels.
Yeah, that was.
He leans a little closer to you, Lydia. You should see what they eat at home.
Fair enough, fair enough.
It is said no one needs a garbage pail as long as one of them is around.
Like having a dog in a vacuum, they just look everything up.
I'm unfamiliar with the vacuum, but
Yes, yeah, neither am I. I'm not sure. I just say stuff sometimes.
That's, they'll fight the dogs for the food, and they'll eat what the dogs want.
Oh. Well, feed her well.
Art's gonna walk back up and kind of just like, I guess, just stand alongside Emil. Sorry about that, Emil. Bad goings on with dragons sometimes.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shock to be woken up by.
I thought you were right behind me.
Me?
Yes?
I was sleeping. the dragon woke me
I
up.
didn't. It's a dragon!
Yeah, that's quite a shock to wake up under the belly of a giant dragon.
Now you have a good tale to tell.
That's true. And I tried to banish it too. That didn't work out.
Oh, did you actually? That's great. Doesn't look like it worked, but
No,
good
it
try.
was. I mean, I was still half asleep. I didn't even really think. I just kind of did it.
As he turns to look towards you, Emil, and gives you sort of a up and down. You're not quite the same as me and young Artemis. It seems you have gifts. Not something you
Yes.
had to work for.
Yes, if you're referring to my magic abilities, it's in my blood. Not something I had to study.
Shame. Conclave could always use more talent.
I have much to worry about. That's not really even my concern right now.
That turns back towards you, Artemis. And you should consider taking your test.
I frankly don't like the prospects of it.
Why? And leans down a little bit to you, and in Gnomish, you've mastered the orb. What fear do you have of the test?
I respond in Gnomish. Master seems like a loose term. I'm still worried about it not working reliably.
You did not lose yourself to it like some did. It will work should you need it to. It is rare that the beasts cannot be controlled. The relationship between rider and dragon must be especially deep for them to resist.
Maybe I'll give it a try. But on my own terms.
Gives you a little bit of a nod. And just remember, should you need it, you can always ask for help. Then
Right.
gives a little nod and goes to turn to walk away, then stops. Goes into a small pouch on his waist. Takes the pouch off. Hands it to you, Artemis. Gives a nod and then takes Boo-Poo and starts to climb back up onto the back of the dragon.
Thank you. I back away a little bit.
And then You hear him say something. And actually, that's Murdoch. You would recognize it.
Draconic.
He calls out in Draconic, telling the dragon to fly them home. And that you watch as the dragon starts to throw out its wings, spreads them wide. Head comes up. And it starts to let out this... You can hear it breathing in as it's going to basically yell out as it goes to take off. Murdoch, you recognize... Again, it's speaking to him in Draconic. And it's asking permission. And you hear the response, yes. As it's reins back, gets ready to take off, the head whips down towards you, Emil. And just... right into your face. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. All right. Oh god. 3.
Oh no.
You are now frightened of this dragon for the
Okay.
next minute.
Okay.
And as it just into your face, literally, it is spitting on you. It is that close.
You're just like shaking,
And then
looking at it.
immediately starts flapping its wings again and takes off into the air.
Wow, that was a really cool meal. Oh,
What? No, that was terrifying.
What's in the pouch? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
that's a good question. I gingerly open the little bag.
As you open the small bag, there is in fact a small, dark wood box. On the cover of the box has the letter A carved into it, as well as the image of the eye, the white, red, and black.
On my own terms, I said. What did... I do like presents, though.
You do like presents, though. Yes.
I open the box.
Okay. As Artemis is doing this, what are the rest of you doing? Are you heading back to bed, or are you all just sort of...
I'm still on watch, I think.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
I think I'm just still shaking.
I'll try and ease Emil and apologize. I should have known that he was probably going to come in like that, and I got woken up and shocked and didn't fully know what was going on. You're fine. He's just taking the piss out of you, for lack of a
Yeah,
more
I guess,
appropriate term.
I did try to banish it, so I guess that's fair.
And Emil, as Murdoch's come over and you've had a little bit of time, the fear's starting to dissipate as it's getting... Basically, you can see it's leaving.
Yeah.
And you're pretty sure, even without speaking Draconic... do you speak Draconic? You don't know Draconic, right?
No, I speak Dwarvish and Elvish, but not Draconic.
Even without knowing the language, you realize that this thing whipping down and just screaming in your face, it's like, Now that your head's starting to go down, yeah. It knew I tried to pull something. It wasn't happy.
Yeah.
It got me back.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, I just got to maybe think for a second before I try something like that again.
I mean, you definitely seem to have a fight or flight that leans very strictly in the fight.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm learning that about myself.
Well, I don't think that it's necessarily the worst thing, but in general, dragon is a flight.
Yeah. Noted.
Okay. Okay. Do you think you can get back to sleep?
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to come back down to earth now.
Okay. Good. Good.
Artemis, within the small box you were presented, is a piece of parchment with a, you would recognize it as a teleportation circle. And then in very beautiful flowing handwriting, also in Gnomish, addressed to you is, this is a teleportation circle for the Tower of High Sorcery in Wayreth. When you are prepared to take your test, activate the small token underneath, and then utilize this as you inscribe your runes to bring you and whomever you choose to your test. And underneath that, underneath the actual little piece of parchment is a pin with that same the three moon image on it.
I mean, I guess I'll take that. Sure. Not the test, the gift.
You can do it, buddy.
We'll tuck it away for now.
Yeah, and after a minute, just make sure you note down somewhere, as you now know the teleportation circle to the Tower of Wayreth.
Noting down now.
And as the group of you begin to sort of settle back in for the evening, as each of you puts your heads back down on your pillow, the evening begins to close. And the last thing most of you remember is you look back to where the dragon had just landed. Your small Stan, Boo-Poo, has apparently left one very dead, very petrified rat on a leather cord, lying on the ground.
that means.
As the DM's mind is going blank at the moment, I know one of you had coughed when you first met Boo-Boo, and Boo-Boo offered to cure the cough
Yeah.
with the magic rat on a string. Apparently, Boo-Boo has left the rat for you.
That's
And that is where we will call an end to tonight's session. As our party has, shall we say, successfully navigated Emil's home and is now on their road to the Nether Mountains. Oh, let me rephrase. They're on the road to a castle in the Ice Spires by way of a score, by way of the Nether Mountains. So they've got a bit of a hike ahead of them. Their strange benefactor still attempting to force, well, not force, but strongly suggest to Artemis that it is time to take their test. As Murdoch and Emil have learned quite a bit of information after making someone piss their pants. And then forget why they pissed their pants.
Gave them a new reason why they pissed their pants.
Fair enough. So with that being said, folks, we will be back next week. Yes, next week is a small week, so we'll be back next week as our party continues on their way to the Nether Mountains. So don't go anywhere, folks, and remember, when trying to make sure everybody is awake at a pending dragon attack, kick Emil in the head, because damn, that boy can sleep through just about anything.
He can sleep.
yeah.
And don't forget your proficiency bonus when you kick him. Y'all have a good week, and see you next time.
Good night.
Good night.